Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory 3. I am Corsam, CK, your Crimson Knight, and I have got to apologize for last episode because it was really kind of boring. I mean, even for me, and I was playing the game. I didn't really do a lot, really didn't have a big plan, and I just kind of fumbled around a bit. And, well, I'm going to do more of that today. But, like with every other episode, I'm going to show you all the stuff that I've been adding onto and building. Like this Christmas tree, which I made with DecoCraft that we started playing with last episode. I didn't realize it was going to be this big, which is why it's outside my backyard. I wanted to have a nice little Christmassy thing going on here because it's a little bit before Thanksgiving. It's the week of Thanksgiving as I'm recording this, and I'm not sure when this video is going to come out. Probably after Christmas, but it's Christmas-ish, and I have the decorations, so why not? And there's not a lot of Thanksgiving decorations where I put them up. Anyway, if you haven't noticed, I've got some new trees growing and some new expansions. I went ahead and built out a bit of this area over here. And I did the same thing on the other side. Finished up that side in expansion. Not sure why those blocks over there are dark, but not really worrying about it. What I was considering doing, and I don't know if it's going to work, I wanted to put a bunch of trees in this area and on that side, just to make it look pretty. But if the trees get too big, they end up spawning mobs on top of the tree branches, and they can get loose and run around and cause problems. So, like a tree this size and this side, they're okay. The bigger trees like that, not so much. So I haven't decided for sure if I want to do that. Also, I've made some changes to my chickens, which is why we're going over here. And I will talk about all this stuff in a minute, because it's neat and kind of demented at the same time. As you can see, my chickens have expanded. And now the way that you get chickens nowadays, when we started it was easy. It was, take red dye and put it around an egg and now you have a red chicken. Take blue dye and put it around an egg and now you have a blue chicken. And that was great. But then you started getting into more complex stuff. So like, for example, the Electrum chicken. You need to put a silver chicken next to a gold chicken, which will make an Electrum chicken. I didn't realize that, and I just put the gold one next to the silver one just for the aesthetic. And somewhere, I have an Electrum chicken now because it dropped that egg. That's the same way I got the string chicken and some of these other ones. And because I have so many now, they just kind of show up. So every time I look at the egg sack, there might be something new. Like the magenta chicken. Do I have magenta chicken? I think I do. I think that's this guy. Yeah, okay. But there's a lot more chickens that I can make. We'll bring that up real quick. So, like the regular colors, this one I have. Got it, 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 got it. Yes. Oop. I don't know that I have the cyan. That's... Oh. Lapis and green dye make cyan. I don't think I have that chicken. So let's go ahead and get the dye for that chicken, because these chickens crap out a lot of stuff. So there's the lapis I need. Do I have any green dye? I don't know that I do because I've been dumping a lot of that into DecoCraft. I've also just been kind of cleaning out the storage here. Ah, there's some. Not enough, but there's some. I don't need to work with one green dye, but you can see graphite egg, chicken egg, magenta eggs. All of these are chickens that I've already hatched. Ooh, coal. I need some. And that brings me to this thing, which is terribly demented, and I like it. But I'm not gonna show that off yet, because first I need to get an upgrade for it. And we're gonna go ahead and do that right away. Because I think I can go ahead and make that. So speed upgrade is what I want. Yeah, this thing. I need a block of redstone, an upgrade base, and gold ingot. And I have all that stuff. The block of redstone I can make easily enough. The gold I have tons of. The upgrade base is a weighted pressure plate and a resonator. Ooh, I don't have a resonator. Block of coal. Ooh, I don't know that I have enough coal. I have enough of everything else. So let's go ahead and put that in there. So I'll have it there when I come back to this. Right, let's go see what I have for coal. Because I don't think I have a block. I don't think I have enough for that. I'm using it up. Which is one of the other changes I've been making. Because, I don't know if you just caught a glimpse of it, but I've added a few more furnaces. So I may have to steal some of the coal out of these. Wait a minute, a block of coal is only 9. Not, okay, for some reason it was 64. Block of coal. Okay. I did have enough. So it's a resonator, a block of coal, some redstone, a resonating redstone crystal, and I can make that pretty easily because that's just 4 redstone and an ender shard. And to get an ender shard, you take an ender eye, or an eye of ender, and you cut it up with a glass cutter. But, where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I already did that. And I'll get to this in a minute too, because I started working on storage and I kind of understand how it works. It's kind of a pain in the ass because there's so much stuff that you need to make it go. Okay, I need more redstone than that, and I have it. Yeah, I'll get to this too. That's what you made with that thing. But that's not what I'm working on right now. Right now I'm working on resonating, which I have all those, so boom, I have that. And we'll put you back in here. And oh yeah. Cyan dice. I can get a cyan chicken here in a minute. Okay, so for my resonator, block of coal, some iron. Do I have any iron on me? No, I have steel. Let's put that away because I don't need it. Iron, I have a ton of. My building system has been working overtime, and I mean that in not the greatest way possible. I have so much stuff now. Okay, so I have a resonator. And just to show you, remember all this? It's still going. And I've connected all these other things to it. So I have this chest which is filling up. More coal with that. More coal with that. So you can see I have a lot of just gobs of stuff. Oh, dude. Oh, wait, where'd you go? Man, that was a whole bunch of coal. I could have used that. There we are. Whole bunch of coal. And I'll take the diamonds too. Don't think I'll need them, but I'll take them. As you can see, I've been compacting some of this stuff and putting it into this chest. I'm taking all the gunpowder and putting it in the meat recycler. I've got a bunch of other stuff here. And I'll get to all that in this episode as well, because there are parts of there are parts in there that I need. And I'll show you why they're important. Now for the resonator, where am I going to put you? I'm going to put you back in here, because I don't use you very often, so into the corner with you. The thing about the resonator is it uses an entirely different type of power source, so I can't just plug it in and let it go. It takes something entirely different. I think, is it this? Yeah, see, this uses what they call, it's a GP, which I don't know what the GP stands for, but it's a different type of power. This is what I need to make, a manual mill. So we need 2 pieces of polished stone, another resonating redstone crystal, and a redstone gear. So it's 4 redstone in a block, which I can do that pretty easily. There's fun. More sticks. Okay, so there's the 4 redstone for that. And what else did I need? Oh, just a piece of wood. That's easy enough. I have the gear. Boom. And I need the... Here's the thing, it's not on here in the list. What is that? Advanced modular mob grinder. Oh, that would be so much fun for those mobs that have falling down. It's just a grinder for things. Oh, I also made some of these diamond spikes, which is just a block of diamond, more diamond, a couple of diamond swords. Just because I had a lot of diamond, and I put them where the mob falls. And I don't know that it made any difference whatsoever, but it looks neat. I may make some more of them. I don't know yet. Anyway, I need polished stone for now, don't I? Oh, oops. Oh, put that in there. Okay. Those these things are different ways that you can generate GP power. You can put this next to a flowing block of water, and it acts like a hydroelectric plant. This one will generate power from the wind. This one will generate from fire, and so on and so forth. How do we get polished stone? Stone bricks for the lithium. Okay, handle the stone bricks for stone. Oh, well that's easy enough. I have that in my inventory right now. Stone bricks. Polished stone. And how many again? Oh, I need one of the little red dot things. With my high-tech technical jargon, I need a red dot thing. And another one of those. So, dot, 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 dot. Ding. But I'm not worried about breaking up my ender shards. I have so many ender eyes, it's just unreal. The box is full, by the way. And I still have more down where the mobs are spawning because they keep dropping them. So I have plenty of that. Oh, I put it in the other room. Here, there. So if I put this right here, just like that, and I get a voided pressure plate, which I think was just 2 pieces of gold. And I need another one. Craft that, make sure I'm right. Yep, I was. Plus, I remembered. I'm proud. Proud of the fact that I remembered a thing. So I can put this in here. See, there's no power. But if I crank the mill, and I can just hold this down. It made the thing. Because I powered it all by myself. Alright, we are back at the chickens, and you're wondering what this big gray monstrosity is. Well, first, let me show you the mechanical user. The mechanical user is like a dispenser, but it's an automatic one. And to make it, just this fella here, you need another one of the little red dot things. You saw how we made those. A dropper and a lever, and a dropper is just cobblestone and redstone. So it's pretty easy to make. What it does, first I'm going to go in here because I'm going to turn it off. And I'll put the speed upgrade into it. It shoots things. It's basically a cannon. Which is awesome for me because I have plenty of ammo in the form of way too many chicken eggs. We'll take, you don't take the regular eggs just to show you. Because I don't really need the chickens for anything other than to make more chickens so that they drop stuff like steel and dyes and other things like that. Don't actually need them other than to make more chickens. So, you don't need all of these eggs. And I can save some for food, which I have. Got a bunch of them in the refrigerator. But, watch what happens when I turn it on. Nothing. Like, nothing happening. Do I have the power not right? Yeah, the speed upgrade isn't working. It's a cannon that shoots eggs! That's my favorite thing ever. Manure, by the way, has been replacing the leaves on the trees for how I make dirt. And since I have so many chickens now, I have a high yield of manure. And I can just come down here using my old-fashioned dumping ground. I can start making more dirt, of which I have a lot. Actually, I had more than that to fill out the areas on the side, but, well, you get my point. Alright, now let's talk about storage. See, last episode I started building all sorts of computer stuff, and I didn't need to do that. What I needed to do was work on my refined storage. I'm going about that all wrong. Refined. There's what we're looking for, the controller. It takes a diamond, which I had, silicone, which I sifted from something, I forgot what. I think it was the compressed dust. Oh no, I burnt up some nether quartz. Did I? I guess I must have. Okay, so that's how you get silicone. So that's how you get silicone, is you burn the nether quartz. You need quartz enriched iron, which is 3 pieces of iron, and more nether quartz. You need a machine casing, which is a whole bunch more of nether quartz. Or quartz enriched iron, I should say. And that makes the controller. So I went ahead and I made that. The next thing I made is the solderer. Which is, where are you? This one. Which is 2 sticky pistons and more quartz enriched iron. And a sticky piston is just a slime ball on a piston. I have tons of slime. That was easy enough. My problem was the quartz. Because if you look at it, the only way to get it is by smelting some bricks, mana infusing a block quartz, which doesn't really do any good, getting it from a nether quartz chicken, which I don't have, or sifting it from soul sand. Right, now you're all familiar by now with the little 3-step process I have for putting something in a chest, then putting it in a thing, and then getting the output out of the chest. Pretty straightforward, right? In this case, it's sand. Because this is the interesting part. This is mycelium. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. If you have ancient spores, if you get them from sifting something, I forgot what it was, I think it's dust, maybe. You can take ancient spores and put them on dirt, and it will make mycelium. And if you put a stone barrel full of water on top of mycelium, and I think it has to be at least a 3 foot by 3, or 3 square by 3 square area, that water will turn into witch water. So all you have to do is wait, and then the sand gets added to it automatically, and it outputs to the chest, and the process starts all over again. So I've been doing that for a while, and as you can see, I have plenty of soul sand anyway. I still have to sift it. I still have to compress it. So, since we know what I have downstairs in the engineering section, I guess would be a great way to, well, the smashing section, I suppose would probably be a better way to describe it. I can show you what I've already done once I stop bouncing. This is my heavy sifter. Right now he's compressing gravel. And have some corn, speed it up a bit. But I replaced that with some soul sand. And of course, after it went through all the sifting and the combining, it ended up over here. I have 64 bits of it and blocks of it. Lots of blocks of it. So as you can imagine, I have a lot of nether quartz now, and I'm going to need it. This is going to be a pain, because now that I've got my solderer, and I've got my crafting grid, or no, not the crafting grid, but the controller, I need to explain how it all works. The solderer just puts pieces together. It does, it solders things. Pretty straightforward. The controller does that. It just monitors different things on the power grid that'll be combined. What I need now is a grid, because the grid is what actually puts things in categories. So when you fill it with stuff, you can find everything. More importantly, I need a crafting grid, because with a crafting grid, you could take stuff from your inventory. Like I could take all of this stuff, put it in the grid, but then I could actually just drag it down. It's like having a crafting table right in the machine. Now to make one of those, and this is the part that's a massive pain in the ass, you need a crafting table, which is easy enough to make, a grid, and an advanced processor. Now the advanced processor, you need to get a printed advanced processor, some redstone, and some printed silicon. And silicon is just taking regular silicon and putting it in a furnace. That's easy enough. Whoops. That's not yeah. The printed advanced processor, that's just putting a diamond in a furnace. And that gets you that. And then you put these 3 pieces into the solderer, and it makes the advanced processor. Easy enough. Now for the rest of the grid, we need some more quartz enriched iron, a machine casing, which is more quartz enriched iron, and we need all these cores, which are, it's pretty much the same formula. It's the printed silicon, which is just taking silicon and putting it in the furnace, redstone, and then this one is actually, I think this is gold that you put in the furnace, a bar of gold to make that, and then you put that in the solder, and that makes this. So I do that twice. I do this one, the construction core is a basic processor next to goldstone, or glowstone, and the basic processor is an iron ingot. And that makes that one. And the construction one is another one of those basic ones next to some nether quartz. Do you have all that? Do you understand? Now, to save us all a bunch of time, I've already made one. I did it off camera because it was so long for me to figure out how to get all that stuff. Especially the nether quartz, because that just took a while. But boom, now we have it. And I can take and I can put this wood in there. Well, oh no, I can't. Because this just tells you what you have. It's not the actual storage part. Oh, a chest, one of those, and a machine casing will make one of that if I put it in the solder. That might be even easier because I think I already have one of those. Look at that, I already do. So I can take this, save that for later, and I already went ahead and made a bunch of machine casings just because I was able to do a bunch of the quartz in one shot. So I figured, why not? I knew I was going to need them. Alright, so now all I need is a chest. I just saved myself a whole lot of work. Didn't even realize it. Way to go, me. So now, if I take these three things, put them in the solder, is that the formula? That's not the... maybe that is the formula. I hope I just made the right thing. I hope I didn't just put in the wrong formula and I'm going to be at something totally different. But with my luck, probably am. Alright. Disk drive. Fantastic. One of the real nice things about the refined storage, yeah, it draws power, but anytime these blocks are touching each other, they're all connected to the same power grid. So I can actually, like, expand it all the way around the room, and I won't lose power or anything as long as everything's touching. So now I need to make some discs. How do I do that? Oh, good lord. Do that. I can do that. And I'm wondering if, how bad is it to get to 16K? To 3 of those. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to do. Because we don't have one of those. I'm going to make 3 of these. It took me a while to do all that. No, we're going to start with 4K. And now, I can put this in here. So now, in the crafting grid, I can put stuff. And if I need something, like if I need glass, I can search. And if I know the recipe for something like this, I can actually put it in here if I know what the pattern is. Once I get my bouncing under control, there we are. Now last time when I did this, I routed all of the common loot bags, the white ones, into the compactor. All the sort of, junk gets put in the recycler and it becomes common bags as well. Over here, I've got all the green uncommons getting together. And as soon as they make a rare, the rare goes into the compactor as well. And the rares actually immediately get put into this chest and then go into the bigger pool. It does mean I do have a couple of blue ones in here, which I really do need to move in here. Like so. And like so. But eventually I can connect all this to the same refined storage, so I won't need any of this stuff anymore. It'll just go in the chest and it'll immediately go up to wherever. I can make how many loot chests and crates and stuff I want. Because as you can see, like, I've got a ton of Inferium, I've got a ton of Ender Eyes, I've got more than enough chance cubes for anything. So I have stuff, lots of stuff. And over here, I've expanded this out. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to end on. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because I don't think I have enough stuff. Okay, over here, things got a little complicated. Mainly because when I was working on the house, I fell off and died. So I had to build out that area to get my stuff back. In the meantime, I went through and decided to add, because I have the waterfalls, with more squids dropping to their deaths, which I still find funny. I've got item collectors and compacting drawers on those. I know I could use an auto compactor, but it doesn't always work right with the loot bags. I understand there's some complexity because the loot bags don't stack. So what I did is made this instead. And the way this works, all the loot bags come into the storage crates, no matter which ones they are. The rare ones, the blue, go into this compactor, where they become legendary and epic and so on. The white ones go into this compactor, where they become green ones and then blue ones, and then they come around and they go into there. This one, which doesn't have anything in it right now, this one will take any of the drops that are the uncommon or the green ones. It'll put it in the compactor. When they turn into blue ones, that'll go in there. And I did the exact same thing over on this side. So as you can see, I've got quite a few legendary loot packs. And with just a little bit more connecting, I can connect this to a network transmitter, I think is what it's called. That will send it all the way up to the refined storage. So I will have to keep running down here to get it. But this right here is our stopping point. This T3 right here. I think it's that. I need a torch. Do I have a torch? I have a torch. Don't know that I brought enough obsidian. I don't think I did. I think I'm making this too big. I am making it too big. But if I don't, it's not centered, so I'm going to make it bigger. Oh, look at that. I got exactly enough. I don't think I built it right, but that's okay. The big important question is, it works. I have a portal to the Nether. I will be able to go into there and get chickens and probably die a lot. So for right now, I'm going to leave that alone because that noise is obnoxious. So I will see you all in the next episode. You have a good night, and I will see you around. Goodbye.